What's going on, Babylonians? It's me, Songs of Rage, back with another Outriders World Slayer video to bring to you, and today we're actually going to be covering the Ascension levels, which is going to be a brand new thing that actually hasn't been seen before in Outriders. And this kind of is, if you've ever played like a Borderlands kind of game, the closest thing that I can really kind of like put this towards you is like the myth rank or badass levels if you've played some of the older Borderlands, for example. Basically it's extra points that allow you to be able to get extra kind of like stats that really help out with builds, and the main bonus for this is the fact that we do have these as there's 200 points up for grabs in terms of like how what you can place them into for your build, and you're allowed 50 in each category, and these can be respec'd as many times as you want. It doesn't cost anything. You're able to just reset and just respec depending on obviously the build that you're looking to be able to go for. Now obviously this sounds really good on paper. Now my only worry so far is the fact that each of the categories is kind of like catered towards a different kind of playstyle. So for example, we've got the brutality tree, which is just purely there for like firepower builds. So you've got things like armor piercing, you've got things like weapon damage, you've got things like weapon leech, like damage leech, all that kind of thing. And you've got your anomaly tree, which is there to be able to fuel your anomaly power and your skills life leech and your cooldown reduction and your resistance piercing, etc, etc. Your endurance is there to be able to obviously withstand, like obviously increase your health, increase your armor, increase your resistance, all that kind of good stuff. I believe it's also got some health regen in there as well. And the prowess is there as like a little bit extra. It's kind of like some random things, like you've got, for example, like elite damage mixed in there. So it's definitely worthwhile obviously putting a few points into those kind of things to be able to make your builds worthy, especially for the speedrunners. I imagine the speedrunners will keep these fairly simple, fairly easy, and we'll probably put all 50 points into like one of the stats or something like that. But yes, as far as I'm aware, we have 200 points to be able to play with, obviously as you level up, and you're only allowed 50 in each category. So for example, if we go into weapon damage, we can put 50 points into weapon damage into the brutality tree, and then we can't spend any more to be able to increase like I said, our like pierce or anything like that. And then we've also got endurance to be able to increase our health and all that. So it's going to be worthwhile grinding all 200 levels to be able to obviously get this for every single one of your characters. And it's really kind of make some of the builds like even better, especially the anomaly. I'm looking forward to how high we can actually stack like either the resistance pierce or the anomaly power itself. It's going to be an interesting kind of balance, especially when we've got unstoppable force, to know, is it going to be worthwhile actually going for as much pierce as possible, or is it actually going to be a nice balance to say, like for example, like 10 points into resistance pierce to be able to obviously give us a nice little extra damage that way, so we actually get to 100%, and then obviously put the rest into anomaly power. These are the things that we kind of need to mess about with. These are the things that definitely need testing, but overall, just to give you an idea that you are going to be able to have all these points to be able to put into something different, and you're going to be able to obviously increase whatever you want on your build, depending on obviously what you want it to be able to do. So overall, I think this is a really nice change. I'm very skeptical, and I'm a bit worried for, obviously, like I said, the meta just becoming even like more meta. For example, like I can see top tree firepower technomancers, obviously they're already meta, they're already classified as like the best kind of build already out there. But if you can imagine that we've got for brutality, which means that we're going to be going 50 points straight into weapon damage, we've then got 50 points into our anomaly power. If we use an anomaly enhancement as a tier 2 mod, obviously that boosts our firepower even more. Got endurance to be able to increase our health to like stupid amounts, and then we've got prowess to be able to increase the amount of damage that we do to elite. I'm wondering if there's any kind of like soft caps that we just aren't aware of at this moment in time, but that's my only worry. I do think this is a very nice change. I do think this will help to be able to encourage us to be able to grind 200 levels with every single one of the characters to be able to get to that point, and I do think it will make some of the builds even more like unbelievable in terms of like damage, in terms of like make anomaly power builds even more better than they currently already are. So I hope you've learned something with ourselves. I hope you've learned something useful. If you did, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe. Like I said, we are bringing a lot of World Slayer content out your way, so make sure that you keep your home right here, ready for all that good stuff to be able to be coming out. As always, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Thank you to the Babylonian family for their continued support as always. And like I always say, keep yourselves safe, keep yourselves well, and I'll see you all on the next video.